Hello guys, so this is the long waited video where we want to install Mikrotik OS on PC. And remember, I told you this is a Fujitsu machine that is running Core i5 second generation. So let me walk you through the things that we want. Ensure you have a keyboard because this is too handy for these processes. You need a flash drive and you need a VLAN switch. Okay, in case you're wondering, this is an x86, sorry, this is a gigabit bridge, XPON bridge that is getting internet from my OLT. We'll be using to feed this switch, okay? This PC in short, through the switch. So the VLAN switch, we'll use it to multiply the ports because you understand on PC we only have one port. Kama utaki hivyo, you can buy another card that has multiple ports, but it's pretty expensive. And remember, I told you don't use anything that's not Intel. Use Intel or Broadcom. They are very expensive. Like 4 port, you can get it like 7,000 or 6K. That's when you are shipping from AliExpress. So to cut that cost, just use the switch. If you know the skills how to set, it can be cheaper. Yeah. And those TP-Link cards, I told you don't use it because they are not quality. They are not compatible with Mikrotik. Yes, it will install everything, work fine, but the moment you put load there, at the middle of the night, around 9 p.m. when traffic is so high, it will drop clients, all of them. So it will keep on dropping, coming back, drop, come back. So it behaves like that. So first thing, you go on Mikrotik website, then scroll down on downloads. Let me go back. So go to download, then scroll down, look for x86. So on x86, go for this install image. Hey, camera. Hey. Okay, let me do screen record. So guys, we are on the screen and you can see I'm on the Mikrotik website. So scroll down and on the downloads, look for x86. So on x86, click on install image. So it will download. For my case, already downloaded. Then extract file, then open. This is the file we want. Go to the second website. So on the Rufus, scroll down, click on download. Where is it? Upper. Download, open. After finishing installing the x86, the x86 Mikrotik OS version, remove the disk, then insert it on the PC. Click restart. Click machine to restart. So I'll press F12 multiple times to force it to boot from the USB. You can see that, you can hear that noise. Now, when you see that page comes here down to the USB SanDisk, press enter. The file will read from that. Then here we are being asked the output disk. So of course, the selected disk is the default disk. Press enter. Then at this point, just read, press I to install. So on my keyboard, I'll press I. Then the file will start read. The system will start reading the file and install the OS. Okay. So after it finished, it will redirect us to the login page of the Mikrotik. As you can see, software installed. Yeah, so it will boot again. As it is booting, I'll take my long Ethernet cable and just insert it here, right here. Yeah, you can see it's telling me to log in. So I'll take this cable and insert it on my PC, on my Magic Ethernet port PC. Sasa hii nayo, hii ni ile unavuta nje hivi, then you pull it up, then you set the RJ like that. Good. So just like that, I'm supposed to be able to see that new PC on the Winbox side. So let me open Hopper. Yes, as you can see, this is the Mikrotik. This is the new one without IP. So I'll just go with admin without password. Yes, and I'm in. So there's no license. For licenses, you'll just need to purchase one. I'll set the password, but there's no need. I'll not set it now because there's no any command that I'm going to run. Okay. So first, let's go and see the system resources and see how powerful the machine is. As you can see, we're having 2 CPUs. No. I don't know why it's 2. It's supposed to be 4. Okay, nevertheless. So this is the board name, x86 Fujitsu. Then version 7.2. Yes. Kwa hivyo, let me close. Now, we're going to set the interfaces. Make sure there's no IP, no any configuration. So first step first, let's go to interfaces and see what interface we have. We only have one Ethernet, and this is the one that we're going to set to carry many other ports. So I think I'll switch to the screen so that we can continue on from this. Okay, now we are on screen, and the first thing you can see we have only one port. So on our VLAN switch, we have multiple ports. So we have 3 ports to use. This switch carries 5 ports, but we have only 3 that we can use here because the others will use, one will be used for management and another one will be used to communicate with the PC itself so that we can get other ports out. So we have 3 ports. So I will create other virtual ports using VLAN. So we will bind them to port number 1, this one that we have. Okay, so that will be called what? Let me guess a good name. So this will be our, let me say port 2, then VLAN 2. Okay, so I'm writing this. This is port 2, and I'll call it VLAN 2 for simplicity. Okay, then here is port 2, VLAN ID number 2. Interface is Ether 1, just like that. Say okay. Okay, I'll I'll copy. There's no need to copy. Let me just copy this name and create another. This will call port 3 VLAN number 3. VLAN are just numbers that I'm guessing randomly from number 2 to 4000 plus. So we have port 3 which will carry VLAN number 3. So I'll say OK. Then the last one I'll call port 4 which will carry VLAN number 4. So here I'll put VLAN ID as port 4. Ethernet is 1. So all these VLANs will communicate with Ether 1. Okay? Imagine this is the only thing we need to do here for them to communicate. Okay? So I'll close the door. So I want port number 2 to carry. Let me go back there. So I want port number 2 to be the input of the internet. This is where we'll feed it internet from our expon bridge, if you remember. So I'll come to IP. I'll come to IP DHCP client. Then I'll add this port 2 as a member of the DHCP client. This one. Sorry, this. So I'll apply just like that. Then after I'll just plug in, I'll get the IP. Okay. So after doing that, I want to create a bridge where I'll give it IP and add all this, the remaining port 3 and 4 to give internet to clients. So I'll add a bridge, then I'll call it bridge 1. Okay. Then on ports I'll come and add Ether 3 and 4, remember, apply. Then I'll add port number 4, apply. So I have port 3 and 4 in this bridge. So this bridge I'll give it IP. Let's go to addresses and add address. Then I'll give it 192.168.66.1/24. Then interface is bridge 1, apply. I get it. So let's go to IP DHCP server, then DHCP setup. Then we set this bridge to give out IPs. Let's add DNS, of course. DNS is 8.8.8.8, 4 of them. Then next, this time that's okay. IP DNS. Yes, because so what else? We will exit from this page, and next we are going to set the switch to now communicate with this part. Okay, so let me shut down, then I'll connect the switch. Okay. Keep it doing a pause. Okay, so so on that switch I've connected on port number 1. Now I will go to the Ethernet ports and give myself a static IP so that I can be able to log in and set 192. No, this is 10. 0.0.24, any number, 255, 250. So the IP for the switch is 10.0.0.10, but I'll give myself a range within that number so that I can be able to get it online. So it's 10.0.0.10. Very nice. Now we have default password is admin1234. Then we log in. Very good. We are in. Now let's go to VLAN. Then this is the point 802.1.q. So this is where we are going to set our VLANs. Already I did the settings. I'm just going to reset it and start together. I'll go to flash this. Where is it? Reset. So in few minutes I'll be back in 1 2 3 4. Admin 1 2 3 4. Okay, the server is still rebooting. So admin 1 2 3 4. Now I'm in. So let's go to VLAN management 802.1. Then this is one we want. Enable it, apply. Okay. So first thing first, remember on Mikrotik we said port number. Hapa niko na notepad kweli. Port number 2 will be the input for internet. Okay guys, so we want to set port number 5 as the trunk port. Trunk port means this is the port that will be used to carry all the VLANs to the Mikrotik and back. So this port number 5 you check in, then you say trunk port. Then let's try apply. Okay, it needs VLAN ID at least 1. So remember, this is the VLANs that we want to carry through port 5. So it's VLAN 2, 3 and 4. So let me start with VLAN number 2. Put here 2, check number 5, trunk port, apply. So it will come here. Trunk port 5, VLAN ID 2. So we want to add 2 more. So VLAN ID number 3, port number 5, trunk port, apply. Let's go VLAN number port number 4. So check number 5, then apply. So at this point, port number 5 acts as a trunk port which carries VLAN ID number 2, 3 and 4. Of course 1 is default for management. Now we want to set each port to carry its own VLAN. Okay, we want to set each port to correspond to each VLAN. So port number 2 to access VLAN ID number 2. Okay, port 2 to access VLAN ID number 2, then okay. Remember port number 3 to access VLAN ID number 3, apply. Port number 4 with VLAN ID number 4, like that, then it is access, apply. That means port number 4 will act as a VLAN number 4, and that will be an independent port for that thing. So your switch, you can access it from port number 1 or 5. So at this point I'm going to connect port number 5 of the VLAN switch. Hiyo switch ningeweka hapa ili ionekane, because I don't want to record mara mingi. Okay, let's continue. I'll explain at the end of it all after I finish. So port number 5 is the one that is doing all the things. So I'm connecting right now port number 5. I'm connecting this to port number 5. Okay, so I'll plug to port number 5 directly so that it can communicate with Mikrotik. Remember, this is the port for management of the switch, but this number 2 is the input of the internet, and 3 and 4 we placed it on the bridge. Remember? Now, since already I've set the Mikrotik, right now I'm supposed to get IP. So we will go back and connect myself to port number. First, let me remove this. Let me remove this IP here so that you can understand. I'm supposed to get IP of 66 dot something. That was for Mikrotik. So after just changing this port here, okay. So I'll put in either port number 3 or 4. So I've plugged it there. So right away, that's good news. The Winbox has opened and that shows we have IP. Yeah, nice. So it's supposed to be 66 dot something. Let me see. So 66 to 54. Very nice. We have now the switch communicating with the thing itself. So this is the Mikrotik, and we want to see if it has internet. Okay. So where do we go? Port number 1. Let me just close everything first. IP, DCP client, then here. So it's still searching because I haven't connected internet to this port that I told you it's the uplink port for Mikrotik. So this cable is the one that has internet, and I'm going to plug it to port number 2, which is the one that brings internet. So I'm going to do that. Good. So I'll wait for it to blink. Now it's communicating. Let's go to Mikrotik and see if the guy is getting IP from that expon bridge. Yes. And we got the IP. Now, let me confirm if we really can ping. Let me just say no. It is forcing me to change password, which I didn't want, but let me just change admin 1234. Admin 1234. Yes. So let's ping 8.8.8.8 and see it is responding. All right. So next thing, let me open another terminal and ping Google directly. I'm forced to sign in again. Admin 1234. Nimekosea. Admin. Okay. Nevertheless, I can still check my laptop if it has connected to internet. So, bado. I know the reason. I know it's DNS. So let me try to log in again. Admin 1234. Good. So I'm inside. Let me ping Google directly. Google.com. Yeah, this PC has internet. I think my laptop doesn't have internet because I need to eject, re-eject, and eject back so that I get the IP afresh, which redirects me to the internet. So I've got the IP. Oh, I know something. I forgot something here. Admin, then admin 234. Kuna kitu inaitwa NAT. Okay, on our firewall rules, that's what we've forgotten. So IP firewall, I'll go to NAT and add, then source NAT out interface, I'll choose. Remember, it's port 2 was, then action, we need to masquerade, apply. Yes. Immediately, I got the internet out. Let me check the speed and see. While I'm checking the speed, we go and look at CPU of the Mikrotik. Acha tuangalie CPU. Angalia. 110% bana. You see? Yes, very legit. So when you go to interface, you have port 2, 3, and 4. Port number 2 is bringing internet in, and 3 and 4 is taking internet out. And something you need to understand, this is gigabit port. Look. Yes. My upload is down because I know I'm using not very good cables and some other factors that are just within me myself. They are beyond my control. So that's the final touches of the x86 running Mikrotik. And kama umependa hiyo video, you can share, like, and niulize mengi. For licenses, we kuwa mjanja, sitakuambia cha kufanya. You're just Kenyan. We ni Mkenya, kuwa mjanja. Sawa? Okay. Good day.